Hey, my whole squad and whole nation. We are at the end of the year and we're just hanging out and talking. And so I had pulled out my Mugler collection to look at it, and I did not know I had as many as I have. However, I have a very interesting Mugler collection because of the way it is right now. So let's talk about Mugler as a brand and the iconic status that it has as a brand, because honestly, Mugler is an icon in the fragrance community. So let's just talk about it. Let's talk about Thierry Mugler as a brand. Now, of course, until recently, it was Thierry Mugler. We knew it as that was the brand name, which is his full name. He, of course, is a fashion designer, very avant-garde, very cutting edge, very interesting for fashions over the years. I will try to put some up to give you all a reference for some if you're unaware. He also was a ballet dancer before he became a fashion designer. Did not know this. So he worked within fashion and beauty and then started his house. So Thierry Mugler was well known when he started. And so in 1992, he introduced his iconic Angel fragrance, which has been dubbed the first gourmand. It was chocolatey, it was rich, it was decadent. I actually owned the original Angel and wore for years. That was one of my signature fragrances. I remember going into Marshall Fields in Chicago and purchasing it, and I loved that fragrance. You could not tell me anything. Now, let me say this, it was a powerhouse and it was long lasting. It lasted all day on you. You smell like Angel all day. And it was a very distinctive scent. Now, as I was looking through things, and I just wanted to make sure during that time, he did not create a lot of fragrances. He stood on business with Angel. Angel was the signature fragrance. It was it, right? And it made so much sense because back then fragrances we weren't seeing 7,000, 9,000 fragrances. And plus without social media and everything, it was all dependent on going to the stores, trying them out, things like that, seeing them in fashion magazines, all those types of things. And they really did not, come out with a lot of fragrances right away. But what he is known for is, of course, his beautiful packaging that's always so interesting. And then also his fragrances that have become icons. Of course, his next icon after Angel, of course, is Alien. Put the picture up here. We all know Alien. Alien is that dark, mysterious jasmine. It turns heads. And as people always say, you're either an angel or an alien chick. Usually you don't do both. I actually have a little bit of both, but honestly, that you either loved one or the other. He's also come out with other fragrances, which I will talk about as we get into it, because I do have some of them. But all of his fragrances were built upon being different, being unique, being pushing the envelope in some ways. And now, as we have gotten into it, now we have the flankers of these fragrances, which did not start until flankers really got off. So Angel stood alone for years. Alien stood alone for some years before they really started pushing out the all of the flankers to it. Ooh, one of the innovations I almost forgot to mention is that his refill stations. Um, Mugler was one of the first brands to do where you could refill the bottles. All of his bottles are refillable. You can take them off and take them to refill stations in the retail, because he said that you should not have to if you love a fragrance, you shouldn't have to, you should be able to buy the fragrance without buying a perfume bottle again. So he was ahead of his time on where we are now, which is more about recycling, using less trying to be a little more kinder and gentler on the environments and not producing as many of these. So instead of you having to go buy a full bottle, he was one of the first to have refill stations. So that was an innovation also of Mugler's. Mugler was definitely ahead of his time when it came to the fragrances and everything, his brand brought so many iconic fragrances to the market that they will always be a part of perfume history. So let's get into my collection. Let's just talk. All right. So as we said, Angel is an icon. It's a glorious, just, it was a beautiful gourmand, something I had never smelled before. And so I jumped on the Angel bandwagon. I have to be honest, I cannot wear the original Angel now. It is too much for me. I swear to you all, it is too much for me. It is just, it's a little too heavy. It's a little too rich. Now, one time I loved that thing. I really did. But now I cannot wear it. Now, by the way, don't forget to tell me about your Mugler collection. If you have any of these, tell me your thoughts on them. Or if you had them, didn't like them, I want to hear about that too. Why do I have tape sitting down here looking crazy? This has been in 3 videos. Oh my gosh. All right. But anyway, let's go on and keep talking. Bye-bye. This is called Shooting Stars because of the style of the bottle. And I like this one because this is like a lighter, fresher version of Angel that I can wear because I cannot wear that heavy gourmand now. But this one I got, I was like, okay. And what it has red berries in it, a little pink pepper. It's much lighter. It's much easier to wear. It still has praline in it. It has the vanilla. It has all those things that give it that Angel DNA, but at a much lighter, brighter vibe. Now, this is an EDT, but it is a Mugler. So an EDT wears like almost like an EDP. So it lasts long. The only other Angel one I have so far is this one, which is Angel Muse. Now, I keep this one because I love it and it's discontinued. You cannot find this right now. For a while, you can find this everywhere. We had the different flankers of Angel Muse because it had its own. But this, of course, is a Quentin Biche. And this one is, of course, hazelnut, and it has that Nutella vibe. So even though it has the pink pepper and grapefruit, what it's really known for is having a Nutella vibe with the chocolate and the hazelnuts, and then the patchouli and the vetiver. So this is well known for being a chocolate hazelnut. So a lot of the things that have come after this, because this was established in 2016, are based on Angel Muse. So all these like chocolate and hazelnuts, I understand they came from here. So this is Angel Muse. Next up, let's talk about Womanity. Now, first off, I hate this bottle. It is very scary to me. I honestly keep it at the back of a shelf because that face is too much for me. It's interesting. I just put this up just a little reel of my collection, and one of my cousins, she was like, Tweety, I used to wear this. And she's a Mugler girl too. She loves Mugler. And she was like, I got rid of it. I said, girl, you shouldn't have got rid of this because now you cannot find it. This is, of course, is discontinued. And this is Fig and Caviar. Now, I get the saltiness. I don't get the fishiness of the caviar. So it's like a salty fig. This is this is perfect for summertime. This gives a freshness, a lightness, but yes, it does have caviar, so it can have this fishiness. And the interesting thing about Womanity was that this was created to connect femininity, humanity, and city. So he did this in 2010, and this was by Maine, Alex Dadier, and Ralph Schweiger. So this is a really interesting departure from what you think of a woman's fragrance, but it has a very This is very, even though it's humanity, it's definitely unisex. Anyone could wear it. And just that fig is just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous fig with a saltiness. And so you have to like salty fragrances to like humanity. Okay, next up, this came out in 2017, is Aura. Now, I have to be honest, Aura had to grow on me because I did actually get this in like 2020 or something. Aura had to grow on me. It is a green vanilla, and it has almost this medicinal smell when you smell it. Now, Olivia Crest, it was a whole lot of people worked on this. So this has a lot of people involved, but it has rhubarb leaf, has bergamot, green notes, orange blossom, some pear, bourbon vanilla, woody notes, sandalwood, kumar. It has a lot of notes, right? But what it is it's just this really weird green vanilla. And like I said, it has this kind of medicinal vibe in the beginning, which can be off-putting. But once it starts drying down, it becomes this really beautiful green vanilla. For some reason, I almost got rid of it, but I held on to it and I, live with it. And I actually do like it. But I have to be honest, I have to be in the mood for this type of vanilla because of the fact that almost slightly medicinal greenness of it, kind of almost mentholated minty vibe. And it's kind of like minty vanilla. And I'm not a mint person. So I have to be in the mood for it. But when I do wear it, I do love it. And it smells just divine, but it's just not something that I want to wear all the time. All right, so let's talk about Alien. Alien, I'm gonna put the picture up because I don't have the original Alien right now. And that's because this is the thing about Alien. Alien, I have a love-hate relationship with. Of course, this is a Dominique Ropion masterpiece. It is an icon. We know that Alien has a space and a place in perfume history. It is what it is. Now, of course, it is jasmine and cashmere and amber, and people love it. And when you wear it, it is one of the sexiest fragrances out there. I'm not even going to front, but sometimes I like Alien and sometimes I don't. I said I was going to try to get like a little 30 mil because every once in a while I just want the pure essence of Alien, but not all the time. And sometimes it smells divinely sexy on me, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, no. So it just all depends. However, I am an Alien flanker chick because there are so many beautiful flankers for Alien. And once again, the flankers did not begin until much later in the after it had been out. So it isn't like how fragrances now are like, okay, we got a fragrance, let's make a flanker right away. It took a few years that we lived with these fragrances. And then they said, well, let's just start doing some different things with them. So let's talk about the different and I'm going to try to go in order of when they were created, and we'll talk about them like that. Okay, so the way I'm going to approach these are in the order that I picked up the Alien flankers. Now, remember, I started getting these in 2020 during the pandemic, watching a lot of fragrance videos. I had no idea there were this many Alien flankers. So, do I have them all? No, but I do have quite a few. So, this was the one that started me, and this is Alien Essence Absolute. Now, if you know about this one. This is are hard to find. It is one that is like one of the unicorns that people want. This is jasmine. It has cashmere, orris, roots, vanilla, white amber, myrrh, and incense. So this is a deeper, richer, sexier, just vanillic, ambery Alien. Um, Interesting fact. When I heard people talking about it, I said, "Oh, let me try it." And I luckily then purchased this, and then I found a 2 mil, a 60 mil refill, which I purchased. Yeah, so I was able to buy a refill for this, and I could, so that I could have more of it. So even though, and it's gotten darker and richer, and I think I'm gonna pull this out this year because I do have more, so I think I'm gonna wear it. and start wearing her again, because this is just a sexy, just man magnet. It's a magnet. It's a magnet. All these aliens are. So the next one is Eau Sublime. Now, this is one of the alien summer flankers. Over the last few years, a lot of the alien flankers are released for the summertime. They're lighter, they're brighter. And so this is Eau Sublime. I I love this fragrance. It really is a brighter, sunnier alien. It does have like that alien DNA, but it then adds on so much more. This is a Dominique Ropion, and we know he is a master perfumer. And so this has it has solar notes, it has orange in it, it has the jasmine, it has tiare flower and orange blossom. So this is a much more developed, a much more layered and fragrance. Whereas Alien is Alien, it doesn't need much to go on, and you get that alien vibe. This is the summer version, the bright, sunny version of it with summer layers to it. So this is Eau Sublime. All right, next up is Eau Extraordinaire. As you can tell, I don't have much of these. And finding these are so this is one of the few aliens that do not have jasmine in it. So this is another Dominique Ropion. He made this with Veronique Nyberg, and this has a very citrusy opening with bergamot, neroli, lemon, lime, and then it has a tiare flower, some orange blossom, ylang ylang. So this is a very tropical version of it, but then it has vanilla and the amber and the musk. So this is a more tropical floral, yellow floral vibe of Alien, and it gives a summertime sexiness. I love this fragrance. I think this summer I'm going to pull them out and wear them like one time, because I don't want to be without them. And that's when you get down to this level of fragrances and they're no longer available, it's hard to wear them because you don't want to be without them, but yet you should wear them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear at least one time this summer and get it, just to wear it out and feel that vibe, because it is such a gorgeous, sunny, just very, very summer, very effortless, very I am a siren. I am a summer siren vibe with the Alien Sublime, Eau Sublime, and Eau Extraordinaires. I'm so sad. It's like if you knew at the time when they were still available that you should buy a backup, that's when I really wasn't buying backups. Man, I should have snatched those. Okay, let's keep going. So next up is Alien Fusion. I really wanted this one when I saw the notes, because this is another one that is not jasmine. This is tuberose. This is a spicy one. This has ginger and cardamom. It has orange blossom and tuberose and amber and vanilla. And this is Fanny Ball and Dominique Ropion. And and I wanted because it didn't have the jasmine. And this is a spicy, gingery, tuberose, white floral. Now, I'm going to do a comparison. I thought about this of some ginger tuberose I have. So I'm not going to go deep into this, but it is a very special vibe. I'm telling y'all right now, this is available in Jomashop. I'm telling y'all now, it's available. Now, I have not used up much of this bottle, so I'm good. But if you want to try this, if you've been wanting it, it is on Jomashop right now for $79.99. I'm just saying. Every once in a while, I do a search for alien flankers to see what I can find. So I'm just telling you, this one is available. That one's available. All right, next up is Alien Mirage. This is the aquatic alien. I think I saw this one recently too. I will check, and if I did, I'll put it up here. But this is the aquatic one. It has mineral notes. It has pink pepper in it. It's got lotus, hinoki wood and amber, so there's no jasmine in this either. But this is listen, this is for the yacht. If you're going boating, now you ain't got to be on a yacht, but you got to be on a boat. If you're going to be by the water, especially on a boat, this is perfect. We're hanging out on the water. It's very breezy and just that vibe. It definitely gives a on the water vibe. Not fishing, not fishing. No. We are on the boats. We're drinking champagne. We have charcuterie. We are hanging out. We got sandwiches. We are having a really fun day on the water, just hanging out, taking a boat ride. Alien Mirage. Let me do a quickie on one that I no longer have, and that's Alien Oud Majestu. I did sell that one off because for some reason I just could not get into that one. That one has saffron and cardamom, jasmine and cashmere, oud and amber. I have a feeling that I would kind of like it now, but I think at the time I just wasn't ready for it because it was a dark, heavy, oudy vibe. And I don't know why I couldn't get into it, but I just really couldn't. And now I'm sensing some regrets in it now that I'm reading the notes again. Because that's why I got it. Because I like the notes. I like the notes. Huh. Let me put that on my list of things to look for on a good price. Because now I want it back. Okay. Let's go back to what I was doing. All right. Next up is this one. Hold on. Let me find the name of this one because I can't remember the name. This one has a really annoying name. Hold on. All right. Next up is Alien Hypersense. This came out a couple of years ago. I think this was 2024. So this of course is a Dominique Ropion. I love saying his name. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I do like saying his name. Anyway, this is okay, so this has notes of pear and green mandarin, jasmine, cashmere, musk, amberwood, and driftwood. For some reason, I really love this one. At first, I didn't. I was like, oh, I don't know. But something about it has become, it's very alien-esque. So it does give you that kind of alien DNA, but it's like a fresh updated version of it for me. Honestly, that's what I feel like. It's like the updated version of the original Alien. And with that pear and that mandarin in it, it's just really sexy. This is sexy. This is seductive. It is giving that vibe. So since I don't have the original Alien, this is like my stand-in for it. So I have that. All right, so this is Alien Extra Intense. I did the right thing and I didn't buy the full bottle right away. I wanted to try it out. This is part of my, okay, let's not buy full bottles. Let's buy some travel sprays to start out with things sometimes when they're new. And let me tell y'all, I have it on right now. And yes, I love it. It's a Dominique Ropion. It has petitgrain, tuberose, jasmine. It has cashmere and vanilla and amberwood. So it is giving you that alien DNA, but with the addition of tuberose. It's almost the vibe. It's definitely giving that vibe, but the tuberose gives it a little zhuzh. It makes it a little even sexier to me because y'all know I love tuberose. So I'm going to use this and I think I'm going to wind up purchasing one, but I think I'm going to wait until Ulta has another 20% off and I can use points where I wind up paying like hardly anything for it. That's what I loved about these. So I'm about to be on a point stacking mission in 2026. We're going to 2026. So I can purchase some new fragrances that I want from Ulta, some new big things. So anyway, Alien Extra Intense is giving. All right. So y'all like, wait a minute, we missing something. We're not. I'm here. They're here. All right. So let's talk Alien Goddess. Now, for a few years, these have been coming out and they are part of the Alien Flankers, but they were kind of like an offshoot with a little extra name on it, right? I remember when this came out, people really didn't like it. And I love it. When it first came out, I was like, now I will say, and I've always said this, This could have been a standalone fragrance. It didn't have to be part of the alien, aliens. This could have been a brand new fragrance because it was so interesting when it came out that people were like, well, it's not really like alien. And it's like the whole point is to like do some spin-offs. So this was made by Natalie Lorson and Marie Salamange. I have talked about them before. I think I'm going to go and do get back into my Perfumer series. But anyway, this is coconuts with the jasmine and heliotrope and the bourbon vanilla. So it does have that alien DNA, but the coconut gives it a little different vibe. And it is, let me tell you, this is another one that'll get you compliments too. Alien Goddess will get you compliments. In the air, it is just gorgeous and divine. And I love how it wears. So that is Alien Goddess. Now, of course, where's it at? Got to have the Alien Goddess intense, right? Because of course you got to have some type of intense version of something. And so this one is more vanillic. This is made by the same people that made Alien Goddess, but this one has this coconut, the bergamot, but it is very heavy on the vanilla, and it adds benzoin, which gives it a more rich, intense vanillic vibe. So this Alien Goddess Intense is good in the fall and winter. I like this one more in the fall and winter because of that vanilla, and the vanilla is extra intense. So that is why. So the extra Alien Goddess Intense, I would say, is more of a summer. Is more for fall, early spring, sometime parts of wintertime. Alien Goddess Intense. Now, this one, I always say people slept on this one. And this is a favorite of mine. When after I got it, I was like, what was I thinking? Because I almost didn't get it. This is Alien Goddess Super Floral. This is totally different. This has got prickly pear and cactus flower, jasmine and immortelle, amber, musk, and desert rose. This is a more floral version. It is very summertime. It's giving you definitely a brightness, a beauty, a floral beauty. And the jasmine isn't intense. It's not indolic like you find in most of the aliens, but it is a more floral, fresher jasmine to go with that cactus flower and everything. This is this is summertime sexy alien. This is like, since I can't get Eau Sublime and Eau Extraordinaire, I can wear this. So these are my alien. This is the Alien Goddesses. So that is my complete Mugler collection as of this moment. I will probably be getting the extra intense soon because whew, I forgot how cute she was. I've only sprayed her like a couple of times of, the travel sprays. The travel sprays. So we're going to be working on those too. All right. Thank you for watching. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.